What's happening, YouTube? Cowboy here, and before we wrap up our walkthrough of Bloodborne, so first and foremost, we need to take care of Katana Man. Now, let me preface this by saying that I've spent probably 2 hours attempting to kill this guy in a one-on-one fair fight. So, with that in mind, I have no shame in what I'm about to do. But yeah, hands down, I mean, I've beaten everything in this game with the exception of the last boss, and this guy is by far harder than everything else. Like, it's fucking absurd that an NPC hunter is this hard to kill. And I think the thing that's so bullshit about it, like, you know, the katana that 3-shots me, whatever, I can deal with that. You know, that's typical Chaos Blade bullshit from Dark Souls 2. That's something that I've just come to terms with. What really bothers me is the fact that this asshole can literally with repeater pistol. And on top of that, when you add in the fact that he has infinite ammo and infinite buffs, it's just fucking stupid. So what we're going to do here is we're going to wait just a second until he starts two-handing. Come on. Two-hand the katana. Do it. Do it, you fucking cocksucker. He's not doing it. I need to get him to two-handed first. He's not really in the mood for that, it seems. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, when he two-hands it, you know, basically his health just starts ticking down. Because that's how that katana works. The idea with that katana is you slowly lose health, but in exchange for that, you get a damage buff. So one of the retarded things about this guy is if you run up to him, as we just did, you get him to draw it out in a two-handed mode, and then you walk back to where I'm at now. He just walks back like the fight resets, but he's still two-handing the katana, which allows you to literally sit here and just watch as his health ticks down and he dies like the asshole that he is. So while this dickhead bleeds out, a couple other things we're going to do real quick in this episode. First and foremost, after this guy, we are going to be heading on over to Alfred. Now, if you remember, Alfred is a vile blood hunter, and we did pick up the Cainhurst summons letter, the unaddressed Cainhurst summons letter. So we're going to give that to Alfred, and then we're going to go visit the Queen, and Alfred should be there, and there should be a dead Queen. So at that point, we're going to kill Alfred. We're going to grab the loot that he drops. We're going to take the Queen's item, and then I'm going to resurrect her to see what that actually does, because we can do that down at the Altar of Despair. Additionally, I plan on finding out what's happening with the quest line with Eileen the Crow, the lady right behind me, who's, you know, basically bleeding out on the staircase. And then, lastly, we are going to kill the doll. So, basically, you know, when you kill the final boss, you just go straight into New Game Plus. So, because of that, my goal is to kill every single NPC, you know, get any runes, items, anything of that nature that they might drop. And, you know, that way when I go into New Game Plus, I know who I want to kill, who I don't want to kill, shit like that. Womp womp wah. Like I said, absolutely no shame. I've probably gone through about 50 things. No, easily more than that. Probably close to 60 to kill this guy. Give me Blood Rapture. Now let's go talk to Eileen. Yeah, at least 60 blood vials, and probably close to like 80 bullets on them, and bolt paper, and fire paper. Just, no, don't care anymore.
Don't you ever listen to your elders? No matter. You did save my life. I don't seem to be apt for this life anymore. My glory days were long ago now. I know. Here. For you.
Crow Hunter badge and Hunter.
It's hunter's work. But it bears no honor. A burden you may choose to carry. Oh,
Let's go heavy, let me rest a while. I'll be fine, just wait. Alright, well.
You can't go on like this.
Sorry, Eileen, but you're dead. Alright, so we got the crow badge. I don't know if I was supposed to let her rest. Hopefully not. Either way, now we're going to run on down to Alfred. Should be down here. Now, the interesting thing about him, I read, is that apparently after the whole, you know, everything with the queen goes down, if you go back to where you first met him outside Odin Temple, he's just kind of sitting there, or he's not sitting there, but he's dead.
Oh, now, just tell me.
Picture interest.
Aha! I've heard tell of Cainhurst nobles and their Wonderful! I will depart immediately.
Wheel Hunter badge, Church Bell mail.
Praise the good, and let us clear.
Okay, so I think that badge. Let me see. I think with these badges, that's what determines whether or not you're in a, that's like being part of the Covenant. I'm not sure. I stumbled upon an epiphany very suddenly, quite by accident. At the workshop. What? Yo, okay, that's weird, because Logarius was the guy that was frozen up there, basically guarding the chick. Like, I assumed he was protecting her, you know, because when he died and we put on his crown, then she was revealed. Like, the part of the castle she was in was revealed, so that's kind of fucky if he's supposed to be the leader of the executioners. But yeah, the whole Covenant thing in this game is kind of weird. Like, you know, I know that, like, joining the Vile Bloods, you literally, you know, you pledge your allegiance and you join the Vile Bloods. But I don't know about anyone else, you know? So, now we're gonna hop back on over to where she was at, and supposedly there will be a shambled little corpse, and he will be hanging over it. Okay, so that was third tombstone. Yes. Yeah, there's definitely some lore complications there, that's for damn sure.
Master, look! I've done it! I've done it! I smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There! You filth! What good's your immortality
My God.
now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, look at this. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have.
Alright, this might be a really fucking bad idea. Sorry, bro. I want your loot. And your wheel thing. Holy shit! Oh, I don't have enough healing for this. Oh, you also heal. Fucking fantastic.
A hunter's grudge is an awful thing.
Wow.
Find your own way on this hunt, as I have mine.
He does not fuck around. Alright guys, so after our initial death to Alfred, I decided to hop back to the hunter stream and pick up some blood vials. Even then, I only had enough to get 4, so it's not very good. But he's kind of tricky. He's not nearly as difficult as the katana guy was, but every now and then he'll use this item that makes him unstaggerable, and needless to say, that makes things fairly difficult. And there's that thing. So now we just can't stagger him at all. You can see our attacks just fucking ping right off of him. So whatever the hell he's using makes him pretty fucking strong. Then he spins up that wheel and he's just scary. Fortunately, charge pokes still seem to go through. Oh god. Except for when that happens. So we're just gonna poke cheese him until he's dead. Tell you what, you're using, I don't know if you're using a rifle or a shotgun, but hurts a hell of a lot less than the last thing I had to deal with. Still hurts. Alright, you're getting kind of annoying with it. Alright, stagger thing wore off. That's good. He's already dead. Radiance. Awesome. So, now that he's dead, and the queen's dead, and we have the item to revive the queen, let's see what happens when we do that. And then after that, I think that's pretty much everyone. I mean, the only other person I can think of NPC-wise would be the doll. And I'm not going to kill her just yet, because there is still a chance that I'll level up a little bit more while I'm farming to pick up a bunch of items. So just to show you guys what I'm talking about, obviously there's a couple different things I need to pick up here. Blade of Mercy, I need 40,000. I need the Chikage, still that's 50. And I need his wheel, which is 13. Under the guns, I need the Rosmarius, which is 60. And then a bunch of gear. I mean, just looking over the numbers, I'm guessing somewhere in the realm of like 250,000-ish, probably, to get everything. Which seems like a lot, but, you know, at the same time, like, this is the end of the game. Hang on a second. Where would it be? It was, lecture. Wet nurses. It wasn't the wet nurse. No, not Moonside Lake. Altar of Despair. There we go. At the first one. So supposedly you can use the queen's fleshy remains to bring her back to life. And I'm curious to see if it brings her back to life here, or if it, like, I don't know. I want to see what it does. The queen's supposed to be immortal, so. Time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh. Well, there wasn't any crazy cutscenes, so I'm assuming she's back at the castle. Which, considering we did give Alfred the summons to kill her, in the very least, I am going to hop back there and see what she has to say. So I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the video. I mean, it's pretty late here. I'm about to go to bed, so I'm trying to remember. But if I didn't mention it, as for the chalice dungeons, those are still going to happen because they're procedurally generated. A lot of that stuff will probably get done on stream. And for the sake of this walkthrough, at least, I'm more concerned with getting the ending out to you guys than getting all the chalice dungeon bosses. So they will happen on New Game Plus. I'll end up bringing the boss fights in particular, but it might take a while to get back up through all those. Just as a heads up.
Arrant fool, vile blood or no, forbend the closest of kin. What is thy will? We await thy return for the honor of...
Trying to get like a close-up look at her. She's got some crazy helmet on. So if I kill you...
How sad this is. That in your life was so easily forfeit. Vile blood, kneel.
Wow. So, yeah, she's literally immortal. I mean, I can see how, you got freaking Alfred coming down here grinding a wheel against her face for an hour and a half until she's a flesh heap. I can see how that makes sense, but yeah, we just beat the shit out of her and she just was like, no, don't care. Fuck off. Well, either way, guys, that is going to be it for this one, considering I'm pretty sure I finished tying up all my loose ends. We killed all the NPCs in the cathedral. We killed the one guy that was just barely outside of the cathedral. There's no one else I can think of. So, with that being said, thanks for coming by. Obviously, next episode will be the final boss, so make sure to stay tuned, and we will catch you guys then.